How's it going, everyone? This is Daniel, and in this video we are going to be talking about Tesla stock. We're going to go over in detail, talk about a potential bankruptcy that was raised by Elon Musk concerning SpaceX. We're also going to go over the massive expansion that they're going to be doing with Shanghai Factory. We're going to go over talking about it in detail, how this is going to be implemented in 2022. We're also going to be talking about a price prediction for Tesla stock for 2022 and why 2022 is going to be super massive for Tesla stock. So we're going to go over all this important information in this video coming up. As you can see over here, Tesla stock today is sitting at $1,144.76. We closed positive. When you look at the overall stock market, we only have a handful of stocks that actually closed positive. Tesla being one of them, being up 0.68%. We have Apple 3.16%, Pfizer being 2.54%. There is several news that came out that shook up the entire stock market. The first one being comments that was made by Moderna CEO stating that they actually need more time to figure out exactly what is going on with this new variant. We also had a Fed meeting that Jerome Powell stated that they are going to mainly focus on at the current moment to tackle inflation. And there have been a lot of buying going on with bond markets and etc. So they're planning to actually stop that a few months earlier. So that was some of the few comments that the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell stated that shook up the entire stock market. And as you can see, we're sitting at a very bloody day today, but we have Tesla stock that's still closed positive. And now let's talk about exactly the biggest elephant in the room that a lot of people are talking about, which is Elon Musk tells the SpaceX employees that Starship engine crisis is creating a risk of bankruptcy. So this is super massive, especially for the employees to hear that their company could potentially be going bankrupt because of some of the issues that they're facing. The biggest issue that they're facing right now is that the Raptor production crisis is much worse than it seemed a few weeks ago. That's exactly what Elon Musk wrote. And also the Raptor engines powers the company's Starship rocket, with Musk adding that SpaceX faces genuine risk of bankruptcy if we cannot achieve a Starship flight rate of at least once every 2 weeks next year. So this is super important. So if they're able to achieve that, then they're not going to be facing any kind of bankruptcy risk. So we have to watch out for that for next year, for if they're able to actually accomplish their goal of doing several flights next year. So this is going to be the main focus for SpaceX. So we also have other important news that came out from Shanghai, that they are going to be expanding the Gigafactory over there. They're going to be planning to invest more than $188 million. They're going to be adding approximately 4,000 employees. This is one of the first Gigafactory overseas, that was doing pretty well. We have so far 450,000 electric vehicles produced since the inception of this Gigafactory in China that started in 2019. This is one of the key Gigafactories over there because, as we talked about in yesterday's video, a lot of people, when they order their vehicles in Europe, this is where the location that their electric vehicles get shipped from. So they've been producing a lot of vehicles. They've been producing the Model 3, the Model Y, and right now, since we're going to be starting a new Gigafactory in Berlin, that is going to be super great for people that actually want to order Tesla vehicles over there. Not only that, they're going to be producing, of course, the important batteries that the Tesla vehicles need a lot. So also, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. We have more than 94% of people that watch the channel have not subscribed yet. So if this is your first time, I appreciate if you subscribe, turn on notification, and also hit the like button. That will definitely help the channel out, and I would personally really appreciate it. So when you look at exactly what to expect for Tesla stock moving to 2022, there are several analysts that came out and gave a price target increase for Tesla to potentially hit $1,800. They increased their price. They're constantly coming out increasing their price target several times. we're going to be hearing from one of this analyst that increased their price target from 1,500 to 1,800, and why Tesla stock is going to potentially have a phenomenal year next year. So let's check out the video. I'm going to come back, and then we're also going to be talking about, what to expect for Tesla stock, for the next few weeks, because the overall market is kind of seeing turmoil right now. So
the $1,500 price target itself was the bull case just a couple of weeks ago, predicated on some pretty strong earnings per share and a pretty high multiple as it is. So how do you get to 1,800?
Well, I think a lot of it, you got to look at some of the parts. And I think when you look at these transformational growth stories, the Amazons, Netflix, and of course, Tesla, looking near term at earnings, I think you don't see forest for the trees. I view some of the parts. I think China alone is worth potentially $400 to the story. And then you look at what's going to be a $5 trillion market that they own 80% of. This is a company that into the next few years, I think EV could go from 3% of automotive to potentially 10% in the next 2 to 3 years. That could be $25, $30 of earnings power for Tesla. That's why I believe this is really a name that we saw a tipping point the last few weeks. You see it in the stock, but I don't think this is really a pull forward. I think this is just starting, I think, the next phase of the Tesla bull thesis.
So finally and quickly, is there anything that Musk could do with the shares or sort of with Tesla that would alarm you from the standpoint of reaching those objectives that you just described?
Well, I think right here, it just needs to be containable sale. I mean, everyone knew about the August expiration, so 10%, that's containable. If it starts to be more of a cascade and more selling, that could really create more of a negative. But for right now, we continue this as a name that has significant upside into the next few years as part of what we're seeing in EV. And I think Tesla continues right now, at least in EV land, it's Tesla's world. Everyone else is paying rent.
As it's just shy of $1.2 trillion as we're here chatting. Dan.
Let's talk about the short-term price target for Tesla stock. The overall stock market is experiencing a lot of volatility. But Tesla stock is holding relatively good compared to other stocks. So we still have to also keep in mind that Elon Musk still has more shares to sell, more than 40%. So with that in mind, you can potentially see Tesla stock staying between $1,200 to $1,050, within the next coming weeks, unless we see some extreme selling that is happening with the other stocks. And if the same thing happens with Tesla stock, the worst case scenario, you might see Tesla stock, getting close to $1,000, So that is a short-term volatility that we can expect for Tesla stock. But as I mentioned, the long term, this is really fantastic stock to buy and hold. And even if it goes down, it's a fantastic opportunity to buy at a massive discount. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or any comments, make sure to drop in the comment section below. Make sure you check out the link in the description box if you want to get free stocks. And I really appreciate it also if you subscribe to the channel and turn on notification too. And I'll catch you on another video. Have a wonderful day.